Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of The Last Express.
Come in.
Need to talk to Milo.
Miloš, we need to talk.
Pazi, možda je naoružan.
August Schmidt thinks I'm Tyler. I went along with it to keep the game going. Now I want to know what the game is.
Nemoj ništa da mu govoriš.
On je bre ženo Tylerov prijatelj.
Tebi je svako prijatelj.
Come on, sit down. Have you heard of unity or death?
Sure. That's Harvard's motto. Or is it the post office?
Unity or death is a sacred vow. Crna ruka, we have all taken it. Tyler too.
He always liked that sort of thing.
He gave his life for this. Tyler came to us in the winter. We were hiding in the mountains of Bjelašnica, north of Sarajevo.
Šta se njega tiče gde je Bjelašnica?
Pa hoćeš ti me žeska glava da pustiš da govorim? When Tyler came, we had no food, no guns, nothing. Tyler brought us guns.
What did Tyler want from August Schmidt?
Tyler was given a mission by the general himself. It was a great treasure that belonged to the Serbian people.
What was it?
It was called a Firebird. I never saw it. Tyler was to sell it for gold to buy the guns from the German. If the German finds out that we have lost the gold, everything is lost. You must tell him that we have the gold and that we want to buy the guns.
Why should I help you cheat August Schmidt?
Cheat him? How can you speak of cheating a German? The Germans are taking our land, the food from our children. We are like slaves in our own land. Tyler understood this. If you betray us, you betray the cause he died for.
It's your cause, not mine.
Da ga ubijem odmah.
Zabranjujem ti, on je bio Tylerov prijatelj.
Ti ćeš ga pustiti da izađe odavde? Ti si veća budala nego što sam mislila.
Oh, by the way, Herr Schmidt mentioned that he was having some merchandise put on the train at Munich. So long. Madame.
Izvinite.
Pardon me.
Oh. Okay.
Excusez-moi.
Bonjour, monsieur.
I saw a beetle crawling into a smoking car. What? That's so random, but let's go to the smoking car then. I'm seeing that as the car before the restaurant car. I've only ever once ridden a train.
Excuse me?
Is this a smoking car? No, it's labeled at the restaurant.
Pardon me.
Okay. This has to be the smoking car.
Shall we order some champagne?
Champagne? It's not even 10 o'clock.
So what?
You really are rather wonderful, do you know that?
Excuse me, ladies, I could not help overhearing you discuss champagne. That is a subject I know something about. May I invite you to join me in a bottle of Depot 1906?
Oh, we couldn't possibly.
Oh, why, thank you. You're very kind.
Sophie?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is August Schmidt.
Sophie de Breteuil. And this timid person is Mademoiselle Norton.
You are French?
I'm Bohemian. And Mademoiselle Norton is English.
Indeed. And how far will you be traveling?
As far as possible, thank you.
And you, Monsieur Auguste?
Schmidt. August Schmidt. I'm traveling on business, a simple transaction, and then back to Munich to my wife and children.
How lovely.
It's too bad your wife couldn't come with you.
Yes, it must be hard on her to have you away.
Oh well, she has the children. But it is true, I do travel a great deal. Are you ladies traveling alone?
No, I'm traveling with Sophie. And Sophie is traveling with me.
Ah, yes. Of course. You should go careful in these foreign countries. Two young ladies like yourself, in the East things are not always what they seem.
And you, Monsieur Auguste? Are you always what you seem?
Schmidt. Why? What do I seem?
To me, I think you seem like a man with many secrets.
Secrets? Me?
Oh, yes.
I will tell you, for me to be sitting here talking in this delightful way with two so enchanting and beautiful young ladies, this is a secret I would do better not to tell my wife.
Darling, I think I feel another one of my headaches coming on.
Oh no, you'd better lie down right away. It was a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Auguste. We'll drink that champagne another time, yes?
You have my word of honor.
It's a calm exit strategy.
Le train
pardon
entre en
me.
gare de Munich. Munich. 20 minutes d'arrêt. Munich.
Can't talk to him. Where the hell is...
Pardon me.
Is this the smoking car? I'm assuming it is, but it's not... See, they're not very clear about it. There's baggage car too. Actually, it'll show us where we are. Okay, so smoking car. I'd imagine it's the restaurant. Of Curiosity. Actually. Okay. Oh. If I find another dead dude. Okay. There's nothing in this baggage car.
Excuse me, monsieur. May I escort you back to the dining car?
Close of conference. Agreements impossible. Amending bill on Tuesday. Conference of party leaders had unhappily ended in failure. It met for the fourth time at Buckingham Palace yesterday morning, but the sitting was the shortest of the series. A deadlock having been reached, there was nothing for the conference to do but agree upon the terms of its report to the king and to declare the meetings at an end. The cause of the breakdown is given in the official report, which is in the following terms. The conference held 4 meetings on the 22nd, 21st to 24th of July, respectively. The possibility of defining an area to be excluded from the operation of the Government of Ireland bill was considered, the conference being unable to agree, either in principle or in detail, upon such an area brought its meeting to a conclusion. Mr. Asquith announced the failure of the conference to the House of Commons at the end of the sitting yesterday and acquainted members of the terms of the report. He further stated that the amending bill will be taken in the Commons on Tuesday next. A decision to this effect was taken. It is understood at a meeting of the Cabinet, especially summoned in the course of the afternoon, the next step in the obscure situation. St. Petersburg's rioting, heavy police casualties, streets patrolled by cavalry. Oh, what? See, now I'm wondering if I accidentally clicked out. Next up in the obscure situation is discussed by parliamentary correspondents who suggest a possible solution in removal of the party's whips on the amending bill. The shadow of a dissolution has, he says, fallen over the House. In Ireland, both Unionists and Nationalists have received the anticipated news with calmness. Nationalists see a hope of obtaining the bill with the exclusion of no countries at all. Unionists think that a general election is now inevitable. The great position, Ireland, and the failure of the conference. Dublin, July 24th. News of the failure of the conference has been received in Ireland without surprise, and I am bound to say without much disappointment. The policy of exclusion finds favor with no section of Irishmen. It has been forced upon the nationalists, and the unionists only accepted it as an alternative to civil war. The nationalists expressed an open satisfaction at the failure of the conference. Their expectation now is that the government will pass the Home Rule Bill and will put upon the Unionist Party the onus of accepting or rejecting the original offer of the amending bill, plus the abolishment of the time limit. Unionists, on the other hand, believe that a general election is now inevitable. They refuse to think that the country will allow the government to involve it in the horrors of civil war. Everybody admits, however, that a situation of the gravest kind has been created by the failure of the conference, is stimulated the activities of national volunteers, and it may participate a forward step in Ulster. Nobody here will be surprised if the provisional government now asserts itself in a manner which must bring matters to a head. The position in Ireland has become so critical that it must rapidly get either better or worse. Germany and Holland.
Herr Whitney, soon we will arrive in München. Are you ready to proceed with our agreement?
The answer is yes, Herr Schmidt. Our deal is on.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the Orient Express is now leaving for Vienna, Budapest, Belgrad, Sofia
Bitte sehr vorsichtig sein mit diesem großen Koffer. Ihr darf um Gottes Willen nicht hinfallen.
Meine Damen und Herren, der Orient Express fährt jetzt in Richtung Wien, Budapest, Belgrad und Konstantinopel ab. Bitte alle einsteigen.
Chapter 4, Munich to Vienna. You're walking in a dead man's shoes in a dangerous game of intrigue. It could be over very soon if you don't make all the right moves before the train arrives in Vienna. Okay, so I'm probably going about this all wrong.
Я вижу, вы все такая же бесстрашная, как прежде. Девушка, играете в шахматы как мужчина.
Ваш ход.
I don't know if there's choices that matter in this game if you complete it or not. That's not very clear to me at all. It's lunchtime, the restaurant and smoking car is where the action is.
Замечательно.
Excuse me, I couldn't help wondering, is that Miss Anna Wolf that was playing the violin just now?
Yes, monsieur. It is our honor to have Miss Wolf.
Что играть научил?
I've had other teachers since then, Alexei Sergeyevich. I'm not a little girl anymore.
No.
Prince Kronos now, would it? Yes, monsieur. How interesting. They say he hardly travels at all in Europe anymore. Just goes to show you. Huh. I understand Count Obolensky was quite ill during the night.
He's much better today, monsieur. Fortunately, we had a doctor on board.
A doctor? Not a Russian doctor?
No, sir. An American. Monsieur Whitney.
How interesting. Is he actually treating the Count, then?
He has given him a sedative, monsieur.
Sedative?
I believe a sort of herbal tea.
Oh, well, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Still, it does seem a little irregular. Not that we English see anything wrong with a cup of tea. It can do wonders for an upset stomach. Still, one rather expects to see the usual paraphernalia. A doctor's bag instills confidence and so on. Given the importance of the patient, I mean. I suppose Mr. Whitney is travelling with quite a bit of luggage.
Monsieur?
Oh, you know, so many Americans do.
I cannot say, monsieur.
Must be the fellow I passed just now in the smoking car. Rather young, isn't he, for a doctor?
I believe he is young, yes.
I must say, he didn't look at all like the usual sort of American one expects to see on these trains. You know, flashing money about. Quite the opposite, in fact. Rather unusual for a young fellow like that to book a double compartment, prices being what they are and all that. Wouldn't you say?
I do not know, monsieur.
Well, I suppose he wants his privacy. Nothing wrong with that.
Monsieur, I really must return now.
No, of course, of course. Don't let me keep you.
Thank you, monsieur. Au revoir.
Okay.
Ah, Miss Wolf. Please, let me help you.
Oh, thank you.
Every time I see you, I am happy that I took this train and not the next one. Are you comfortable there?
Oh, yes.
You
Premier
don't want to
service.
change seats?
Premier service.
No.
Good.
Le déjeuner est servi. Lunch
Shall
is
we
served.
order? Shall we get some wine?
That would be lovely.
I think a good red wine, yes? Oh, forgive me. Perhaps you would like something lighter?
My father drank red wine, and I'm afraid I picked up...
Счете.
О, как вам не стыдно выигрывать при помощи такой гадкой ловушки?
Вот уж типично женская реакция.
Сыграем еще раз.
Why?
Turning into a happy little devil, especially when I am surrounded
Okay.
by a beautiful lady. Bonjour, monsieur.
Okay.
Madame, I will have both the roast chicken and we begin with fish soup.
Oh, thank you.
And a bottle of your best
God.
tuna fit 1904.
Very good, monsieur.
Did I catch it? No.
The wine is good anyway, I think I appreciate it.
Oh my god.
But didn't you say you were going to Constantinople?
Yes, but my plans have changed. Business.
Must you really get off in Vienna?
You make me feel very sorry to do so, madame.
I was looking forward to enjoying your company for the whole journey.
We're being social. Yeah. Social as we don't really talk to people.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
And also, you know, I can carry my violin anywhere I go.
The piano is a little bit more difficult.
Aber
Yes,
Herr Schmidt, ich bin wirklich daran interessiert, was Sie machen geschäftlich. What is your business anyway? You make it sound so mysterious.
I'm afraid you would find it very
Le
boring.
train entre en
But
gare de
without
Salzbourg.
going into detail, I will say
Salzbourg,
that my
10
work
minutes
here
d'arrêt.
is not only commerce, and that in my own small way, I'm doing my
train
part
entre en
for
gare
the
de
fatherland.
Salzbourg, 10 minutes d'arrêt.
Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what to
Le
do
train entre en gare de Salzbourg.
before I...
Tu es le pire des apprentis que j'ai jamais vu. C'est incroyable qu'on te laisse travailler à bord de l'Orient Express.
Oh, je m'excuse, je m'excuse.
Je trouverais un meilleur ouvrier que toi dans n'importe quelle brasserie à Paris.
Ah oui, mais par exemple, hein, le couteau, il est pas aiguisé.
Eh ben justement, qu'est-ce que t'attends pour l'aiguiser?
Tous?
Ben bien sûr tous. Oh, excuse me, monsieur. C'était pas this way, monsieur. Good evening, monsieur.
It's not there, but I don't have no reason to be there. Man.
И ваша вот барышня?
Шах и мат? И вам не стыдно, что женщина так легко вас обыграла?
Я бы запросто выиграл, если бы не ход конем.
Как же?
Doing such a good job eavesdropping, we're just watching them. We're gonna watch them. Oh.
Exactement pour cela que François et moi voulons nous installer à Abadan, pour vous offrir
construire une maison respectable. Chercher du pétrole dans le désert. Pourquoi ne sommes-nous pas restés à Villefranche? Votre situation était enviable. Notre petite maison était si jolie. Mon jardin était prêt à fleurir. Y aura-t-il des jardins à Abadan?
Le désert n'est pas réputé pour ses jardins, mais pour son pétrole.
Et quand il n'y aura plus de pétrole, François sera aussi sauvage qu'un nomade du désert. Il est déjà tellement impossible. Il rampe par terre et ramasse toujours les choses les plus sales.
Maman, regarde à la fenêtre. Il y a un cimetière.
Le sol est un endroit naturel pour trouver des insectes.
Oh, il est impossible de vous parler.
Good afternoon.
Monsieur, welcome. Please follow me. We have a nice table for you right here in the corner.
Thank you.
Enjoy your lunch,
D'abord le chien et maintenant le violon. C'est vraiment incroyable. Je veux à tout prix parler au chef de train.
Est-ce que c'est elle assise avec le gros monsieur? Je trouve qu'elle est très belle.
François, je t'ordonne de manger.
monsieur.
The escalope. That's a sort of veal cutlet, isn't it?
L'escalope de veau. Yes, monsieur.
Well, I'll have that. Well done, please.
Very good, monsieur.
Mind if I join you?
No, by all means. I don't believe we've been introduced. George Abbott.
Tyler Whitney.
What foul weather. Can't seem to get out of this storm. It must be raining all across Europe. Quite remarkable, really. I understand you've made friends with the Obolenskis. You must introduce me. I'm fascinated by Russia. That was quite a scare you had last night. The chef de train told me you handled it quite well. You didn't happen to notice whether the other Russian fellow, what's his name, the young fellow, was hanging about?
I don't recall seeing him.
I'm afraid the old man has quite lost his head. Still, he has played a role for years as a sort of informal ambassador for the Tsar, if you know what I mean. I didn't know you were a doctor.
And you?
Oh, I'm travelling on business. Every now and then the company has a little matter to take care of on the continent, so off I go. Isn't she enchanting? That violinist, Miss Wolfe, she seems to be getting on rather well with Herr Schmidt. Not her type, I would have thought. Rather a surprise to see Herr Schmidt here. One would think he'd have his hands full back in Germany, what with his factories stepping up production and all that. Such an industrious people, the Germans. I wonder what business he has in the East. But you haven't told me a thing about yourself. Will you be going far?
All the way to Constantinople.
Oh, how lovely. Business or pleasure?
Actually, I'm traveling for my health.
Yes, so nice to get away from one's troubles, assuming one has any. New climates, new horizons and all that. Of course, I don't need to tell you that, you being a doctor. Quite a coincidence your being a doctor, and an American, I mean. When I boarded at Munich, the police were looking for an American doctor who'd got away from the police in Paris. Apparently he's mixed up with those Irish fanatics, Home Rule and all that, the ones that killed that policeman. Papers were full of it. Anyhow, it seems that this young doctor is in quite a bit of trouble.
Don't believe everything you read in the papers.
No, but I do. It's so much more fun that way. Still, it's none of my concern. I say, that jacket looks a bit short in the arms. Was it a French tailor who took it in for you?
I think I'll go check on the Oblinskis.
Yes, of course. Look forward to seeing you again. What a pleasant fellow.
Okay. With that, I am going to have to end the set here. So thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribe. Thank you for favoriting. And thank you for simply clicking on this video. The stream is very loud. Until next time, guys.
A single deed.
See ya!
Better propaganda.